main event. That title fight is absolutely outstanding.
I wonder what he feels in his stomach right there.
That title fight is...
I don't see any fight bigger than this fight.
I can't wait for that.
Right after that knockout of
that main event. That title...
pursed lips, apparently.
The fight is absolutely outstanding.
Means something. Apparently it means like you're withholding something that you want to say.
This fight.
I can't wait for that main
to
event. That title...
Maybe that also applies to... I think that's what that is. I think that's pursed lips. If Spidey from Behavioral Arts is watching this, then tell me, Spidey. He's a genius.
Fight is absolutely...
to knock him out.
He does only striking, so the goal is to knock him out. Like, that's a really strong kind of mentality. But I also think it's sometimes you can be too stubborn, right? Like Bruce Lee really talked about the path of least resistance, right? And I think that's really intelligent. That's a method that I have put into practice heavily, which is wherever the fight is the easiest, that's what we're going to fight. Like, why would I fight you on your best ground? Like, it's not about doesn't have to be about who's more badass. Oh yeah, we can meet me in the center, right? Like, I'd be more likely to tell the guy I was going to meet him in the center and then shoot a double leg when he came in to try to throw down, and shoot a double leg, take us back and choke him out. Like, nope. I swear this could be the thing, man. This could be the thing. Like, if he was willing to use his grappling and his wrestling, I think that would also give him a huge edge. But since he's decided to be a bit of a meathead in that area, and just be stubborn and throw in the pocket with them. Like, yeah, if you win, then everybody's going to love you. It's a way to make everybody love you. But I would rather just win, make sure I win, right? Give myself the highest percentage chance to win. So, especially with his inability to move backward properly, or at least from what I've seen so far, I'm thinking Holloway.
You need to find stuff and do stuff that people's not doing.
That's what I'm talking about. That exactly. Here's what all the coaches are doing wrong. They're just watching tapes like this to figure out what Max Holloway is doing. And then they're trying to implement strategies that are already proven in MMA. You got to look outside the box, man. You got to go elsewhere. You got to go and look at things that happen old school boxing, look at things that happen in bare knuckle boxing, look at things that happen in sumo wrestling, right? What can I take and apply to the situation in mixed martial arts that nobody's thinking of yet, right? And then creating stuff yourself, like testing, doing weird stuff in the room, on the mats with your guys, and figuring out, okay, what can we make work that people haven't thought of yet? If you're not doing that, you're not getting to the top. And if you do get to the top like that, you will not stay there. Everyone will figure you out, and it's dead. One and done. Okay, let's go back. Come on, Topuria. You got to be a little bit realistic, right? You got to be a little realistic. Like, you got to understand that there is a way for everyone to lose. Like, I know this guy has never lost, right? So this is what I'm talking about, that delusional confidence. It's really powerful until it's not, right? And I just, man, I don't believe that's as powerful a mindset as Matt Holloway's. I keep calling him Matt Holloway, as Max Holloway's perspective.
Here's no technique.
Get out of here, okay?
There's El Matador! He is running away from Magoo!
At UFC 300, I didn't like the fight.
You didn't like the fight.
He's running away from Magoo!
At UFC 300, I didn't like the fight.
How can you not like that fight? If you were watching that fight and it was any two other people, you would enjoy it. Just because it's your opponent. Like, I'm seeing some things that I have a hard time believing are completely truthful. from Topuria. And I feel like Max is being really real with the things that he says. Just very real, man. Like that's how he actually feels. And B, he's humbled by the game. He's been there for so long. He's got so much experience. He understands that, like, yeah, you think you got better hands than me? Okay, well, let's see, right? You saying I have no technique? Like, that's crazy, man. How can you say that somebody at that level has no technique? Like, none? How did he get the belt the first time? Right? How is he now the #1 contender? How is he able to beat so many people if he has no technique? Like, how did he beat Jose Aldo, right? Like, no technique. Get out of here, bro.
I was like, this is like a bar fight.
Ilia Topuria has.
What kind of bars do you go to, dude? It's like a bar fight? Bro, this dude, Holloway.
No technique. No way that I'm gonna lose that fight.
You think his boxing is better than mine? We're gonna find out.
Okay, that got a little bit better at the end. In the beginning, it was like, I don't know. But then he seems like he said some better stuff.
Everybody wants to see Max Holloway versus Ilia Topuria.
That's the fight.
Yeah, I want to see that fight.
I'm Kajan Johnson. I'm an ex-UFC fighter. If you're an MMA fighter and you want to hack the system, I've got your back. I'm creating Pro Fight Guide, everything that you need to be a pro fighter. We've got a bunch of courses that are already done, and we are cranking out new ones all the time. We've got the anti-wrestler guide, right? I fought a bunch of wrestlers. I fought Islam Makhachev. I fought Rustam Habilov. I fought Adriano Martins. I fought world champion jiu-jitsu guys. I fought Greco-Roman wrestlers. I fought freestyle wrestlers. Man, I've been fighting people trying to hold me down like my whole career. Needless to say, I've been studying this problem intently, and I've crammed all of the knowledge that you need to beat wrestlers into one guide. One-stop shop. This has bottom game, this has striking, this has cage control strategies, wall work, how to get up, how to rip their leg off if they don't let you up. It's got everything you need to whoop on these wrestlers. The anti-wrestler guide alone is like 70 plus videos or something. I'm gonna keep adding to it. MMA basics course, we've got all the things that you need to know for like your first year of training, really. Striking strategies, grappling strategies, submission escape, submission attacks, positional awareness, passes, transitions, footwork patterns, the basic weapons, the most important weapons, the foundation of the weaponry, the arsenal that you need to build as an MMA fighter, how to chain from striking into takedowns, strategies on the wall, like how do you grapple on a wall, because a lot of the time people just teach you jiu-jitsu and they teach you wrestling and then they're like, yeah, go, and then there's a wall there and you're like, what the hell do I do with this thing? They're like, I don't know, figure it out, right? You don't have to figure it out. Get the MMA basics guide. That's what we made it for. I know some of you guys live in remote communities. Like, I grew up in a town called Burns Lake, like 2,500 people tops. We don't have access to elite level MMA instruction in Burns Lake, BC. This is one of the reasons that it's so important to me to make this. It's gonna be a database for people that don't have access to world-class coaches. You do now. Just get the Pro Fight Guide. 70% off still. This is the last chance. You gotta get it now. We're raising the prices because it's just gonna be too valuable. Even if you're not a pro fighter and you just wanna learn how to defend yourself, if you wanna learn how to get in shape, MMA, honestly, for me is the best way to stay in shape because it's so much more stimulating for your brain than running on a stupid treadmill. Last chance right now for the 70% off pre-order on Pro Fight Guide. We're raising the price.